Alive and alert on the north side of the dirt. It is your man D-Real coming at you with another Be Real with D-Real, where edutainment is what to do. And I'm gonna be edutaining y'all on a character that was gone, came back, it was gone again, kind of, and now they're coming back again. Who am I talking about? Well, before we get off into that, I need y'all to get off into this. Comment, like, subscribe, and share to the Be Real with D-Real page so that when new material comes out, you get first crack at it. If you're digging what a brother shoveling, put some dirt in my bucket. Comment, like, subscribe, and share to the Be Real with D-Real page. Yeah, that's how we grow. And this, ladies and gentlemen, has been on my mind this morning. A couple of things have been on my mind this morning, and I'm going to, well, it's afternoon now, but I'm going to speak on all of them sometime today, so stay tuned to the page. Anyway, check it out. Check it out. Living the Legacy. Genis-Vell. Captain Mar-Vell returns to the Marvel Universe this July. In the blue, follow me. 30 years ago, Genis-Vell, originally called Legacy, debuted in Silver Surfer Annual #6, with the impossible task of filling in for his late father, the original Captain Marvel. And an unparalleled hero who gave his life in the line of duty. However, in the Captain Marvel volumes helmed by writer Peter David a few years later, the prodigal son found his footing, developing a cult following and starring in a number of classic stories. Then Genis-Vell died. So did Rick Jones, the human with whom he shared a host body. As of last year, the chances of this particular Captain Marvel seemed slim. And yet, debuting next month, that will be July, Genis-Vell Captain Marvel will explore the resuscitated run featuring both characters as they rediscover their bond in a 5-part limited series written by David with art from the talented Juan Ramirez. Old friends and new enemies promise to make life interesting for Genis and Rick. And there, ladies and gentlemen, is the cover to issue #1. I always liked Genis-Vell's Captain Marvel costume because it's got that little cosmic glow in the blue areas. Not to mention, it's a dope looking action figure too. So the rest of the story is basically going on to talk about the interview that was done with Peter David, and he talks about the plans that he has for Genis-Vell. I don't want to spoil that. In fact, I want to incentivize y'all to go out and snag that issue when it drops next month so we can see what's going on with Genis-Vell. Brief history. Yeah, of course, edutainment is what I do, so I'll give you a brief history. As mentioned in the article, Genis-Vell had his premiere in Silver Surfer Annual as the character Legacy. Elysius, the original Mar-Vell's lover and wife, I guess, impregnated herself with some of Mar-Vell's essence. And because she herself is a Titan Eternal, Genis-Vell shares the combined heritage of Kree and Titanian. So that is an interesting combination to begin with. He's got the potential, or had the potential, or has the potential to be a Thanos level character and has displayed powers that rival and exceed some of the things that Thanos has done. Lest we forget, even though Genis-Vell has some ups and downs in the 90s, he had a couple series he showed up in, a couple appearances he popped up in. He didn't really start to hit his stride until he was in Thunderbolts. And he was in Thunderbolts, and he became Photon. Took Monica Rambeau's name. Monica Rambeau wasn't tripping on it. She was like, all right, I just call myself Pulsar. And then later on, Spectrum, because there was a villain named Pulsar. And she was like, dang, can't I just get me a name or something like that where that ain't nobody trying to take or ain't no heritage name? So that being as it was, he began to develop cosmic awareness like his dad did, but unlike his dad, he was unable to handle it. And basically, he ended up destroying them. He ended up destroying eternity at one point. But had assistance in putting things back together. And when he put things back together, he had a sister, phyla-vell. But phyla-vell arguably was a better Captain Marvel than her brother was. But eventually she went on to inherit the Quasar's quantum bands, and Genis-Vell got the nega bands and shared his existence with Rick Jones, much like his father shared his existence with Rick Jones. They would tap the nega bands together and exchange atoms. While one was here on Earth, the other would be in the negative zone. But with the Peter David version and Genis-Vell Captain Marvel, when they exchanged atoms, one would end up in the microverse. And the dynamic I liked about that was when one is in the microverse, they can hear the thoughts of the other. And they took that one step further with Peter David, where not only could you hear the thoughts of another person, you could see their actions too. So for a little while, that got in the way because Rick Jones, remember, is married to Marlo Chandler, or was married to Marlo Chandler. And of course, Genis-Vell, he was just making out, smashing whatever he could smash. So, I mean, can you imagine that dynamic? You're asleep and you wake up and you can see your friend having sex with somebody and you can hear everything, but you're not there. I mean, that, you know what? I'm not going to say anything because if I do, everybody gonna be like, oh, D-Real. Anyway, I'm not saying nothing. You didn't hear nothing come out of my mouth. Basically, in July, y'all, get ready for the return of Genis-Vell. He met his demise in Thunderbolts, what, 100, I think it was? I like that cover. That's a dope cover, you know. And the Thunderbolts, that original run of Thunderbolts was fire. Fabian Nicieza and Mark Bagley, they did work. They did for real work. I thoroughly enjoyed it. A lot of people say they don't like his drawing, but I thought the drawing was dope. So how did y'all feel about Genis-Vell? Do y'all think Genis-Vell is going to come back into the Marvel Universe, which is the comics, and make an impact? Or is there too much Marvel in the Marvel Universe right now with Captain Marvel and Ms. Marvel, and who knows what else might pop up. Well, we know for sure Mar-Vell ain't gonna pop up because he's one of the few characters in the Marvel universe that has managed to stay dead. Tell me what y'all think about it in the comments. And as always, I will be coming at y'all with another one of them other ones. And until I do, y'all be good. Be good to each other.